good day, boys and girls. Did you miss me? I know you did. Hey, today we're going over the 30 amp iSunergy MPPT controller that I picked up for, you can get them from $62 to $72. I got it for $72 because I could get it faster than $62 on Amazon. So, yeah, so roughly $62 if you have time and you don't want to be impatient. You can get it $10 cheaper. But yeah, I just want to show you. I got the 20 amper here for $39. I liked it so much that I said, hey, I'm going to get this. We're going to go over all the features of why you would want to. Obviously, it's 30 amps more, so it's going to draw in more. But there's other features. There's fans. Oh my gosh, look. The heat sink. Everything is much bigger. For just 10 more amps, this thing is built stout. I mean, I'm sure if this can handle 20 amps, 10 more amps, this puppy is going to do just fine. But we're going to start reviewing this, and I'm going to show you why I got this over this one. Let's get after it. Now, why did I get the 20 amper to begin with? This gentleman right here, the Off-Grid Mountain Homestead, he reviewed the 20 amper, this sucker right here, and he goes in depth, and he was impressed with it. If he's impressed with it, I'm impressed with it. So that's why I went with the 30 amper for my project. And I just want to throw that in real quick. Go watch his review on the 20 amper and you'll find out why I was so impressed I got it. And then I stepped up and got the 30 amper to go along with it for this new project. Again, let's get after it, all right? All right, I got this 30 amper because I got this LiPo's 200 amp hour battery for the chuck wagon. Go watch one of my videos on my chuck wagon build and it'll explain more. I got a 370 watt panel on top of there, which the 20 amper works just fine with it, but the most I can get is 20 amps. And everybody knows you take volts times amps will give you watts. So at 12.8 volts times 20, I'm only going to get about 200 some watts out of that 370 watt panel. So I'm not maximizing it. I need a little bit more to maximize that 370 watt panel. So if you take 12 times 8 times 30, that's getting you up in the 300s. Now that panel's 370, but it probably won't ever get 370. So I'll be maxing out that panel with this guy right here. So the other thing is, these batteries like about, no more than 20 amps. So 20 amps, like just one battery. 20 amps is about all you want to charge them in the long run so they don't get damaged and they last longer. Well, this is like having two batteries in one. So 20 and 20, that's 40 amps. Well, heck, this is 30 amps, so it's 15 and 15. So you're charging them slower, but faster than I would with the 20 amp. I'll be bringing in 30 amps, so 15 and 15. This battery will last longer. If I had one battery, I probably only want to go with the 20 amp because you don't want to charge them more than 20 amps. Repetitively, it hurts them a little to charge them faster. Does that make any sense? I don't know. Watch Off-Grid Homestead. He reviewed this sucker, tore it all apart, built like a tank. Highly recommended these two. Go watch his video on the old LiPo's battery there too. So, also, for that project, I've got the 2,000 watt Obotech inverter with the wireless remote. Yeah, go check out my review on that sucker. I love it. So, and I want to thank these two companies for sponsoring the chuck wagon. Now I bought this straight up. And so yeah, I didn't get sponsored by this company, but I want to show everybody out there that you can get a relatively really good product for less money. All right, there's a ribbon cable. I don't really want to cut the wire tie, but I just wanted to show you in there. There's a big old inductor right there. And got your 2 fans right there. So yeah, I think it's got everything we need in there to make a good MPPT charge controller. All right, as you can tell, this is going to be my layout. I got the 2000 watt Obotech wireless remote, so you can view everything wirelessly that's going on in that sucker. My iSunergy 30 amp MPPT. And I know some people are going to give me crap. They're going to say that these here are junk. They're not worth it. These are T-Tocus brands, all right? T-Tocus. They're legit. They handle the amperage that they're supposed to. They're not. Look at the lugs on. This has like, I don't know, 3/4. I don't know. It's huge. The lugs are huge on these suckers for the 200 amper. So, yeah, they're not cheesy. T-Tocus brand. I've got 2, now these aren't brass, but they're only going to be handling. They say they're 250 amperes, but I'm only going to be running about 150 max through those. So don't freak out. I know they're not brass or copper. I meant. I'm an idiot. They're not copper. They're like nickel plated, something or another. But I know what I'm doing, okay? And then it's all going to be coming down to this big 200 amp hour battery that I'm going to be putting on the chuck wagon. And look for videos coming up as I install this all into the solar chuck wagon. All right, so if you hold down the set button for a couple seconds, it'll come up. I found out setting it to 13.7 for the voltage, top off voltage, will get you 99%. And I'm happy with that. I don't want to keep hitting the battery at full charge. So just FYI, you hit the set button. I think it came at like 12.8 factory. Here, let's go find out. Hold on a second. We'll set it back to factory here. Stand by. Okay, to set it back to factory, you hit the set and escape. Wait 5 seconds. Bloom, it blinks. So if we went to set, you're going to want to move this to lithium. Right there, lithium. Now it comes 12.6. That's ridiculous. So then we want to hit the set button until we get over there. Take that up to 13.7. And I'm going to move the cutoff voltage since it's lithium. I'm going to cut it off at about, we'll do about 10.7. Then recovery. The recovery voltage, we'll make it more like it comes back on around 12, let's say. All right. So that's it. That's what settings you're going to want for lithium. You could go 13.8 and it'll probably give you 100% charge, but again, I don't want to keep topping out 100%. I just want to bring her up pretty close to 100%. Now see, it says 100%. And it stopped charging at 99% on the battery. There you go, people. That's how you set it for lithium. All right, for testing purposes, I'm going to be using the Landor 1000 watt inverter. Now, of course, the Golden Mate Orion 1000 battery, which has a built-in screen. So yeah, see, look, the George Foreman over here, it's sucking down 783 watts right now, and the battery level is at 99%. See, and I'm going to even show you how you can, this Orion 1000 Golden Mate will also show you on your phone what's all going on with an app. So I'll show you that here in a second. But this is what we're going to be testing out, the iSunergy 30 amp MPPT controller today. Again, stay tuned for future videos too, where I upgrade this with the battery and the inverter I showed you earlier. And this is my solar chuck wagon, and with the 370 watt panel on top. So yeah, look back at my build on this and future videos to come. Right, the battery amperage is 17.7. PV amperage was 8.1. We're drawing in a whopping 255, 58 watts. Not aiming straight at the sun with this 370 watt panel. I'll take that all day long. Battery's charging. Battery voltage is saying it's at, let's give it a second here, 18 amps. All right, 13.6 volts. So yeah, the battery's coming up. And again, I had to make that one setting in there, so everything's looking great. And heck yeah, 259 watts. I'll take that all day long. Yeah, I came out here to check it again, and I found that the fans are kicked on. That's a good sign. It is hot as bejesus out here, and everything's just cooking along here. Let's give it we're at 18 amps. So they're kicking on. That's great, you know, so that's an added protection to this. Bigger heat sinks, fans blowing. That should make this thing last a long time. Let's go over some of the advantages and disadvantages. The only disadvantage is size. That's about it. It's a lot bigger. So if compact is what you need, you're not using that much solar panels, then I would go with the 20 amp if that's all you need. But if you need more, heck yeah, the 30 amp. This does have the fans. So if you're closer to 30 amps or it's hot outside, it's going to kick on those fans, which is good. It's going to make it last longer. Plus, like, I did my test today. I was running 18 amps into this sucker, and it was hot outside. The fans did kick on. I'll show you that in a video. Later on in this video, I meant. And, yeah, so the fans are just extra, you know, it's going to last longer, it being cooler. So, other advantages, 30 amps over 20 amps, obviously. You can get more amperage into your batteries. That's good. Let's go down to this paperwork right here. Now, the 20 ampere, you can do 240 or 480. And the 30 ampere, you can do 360, which is, my panel's 370. So if it's maxing out, I'm going to get the full advantage out of my 370 watt panel, or 720 watts with 24. It's a big advantage there that, you know, a lot more power coming in for your 30 amps. The other thing I wanted to show is the voltage. Yes. The most PV, you know, coming from your solar panels is 50 volts on the 20 ampere. On the 30 ampere, it's 100 volts. So I could take two of those 370 amp panels, tie them together to really help, you know, if it's a cloudy day, get my 360 watts, you know, with two panels hooked together. I'd be better off with 12 volts. Or if I get another battery and go with a 24 volt system, then yeah. And it's better, you know, if you can just daisy chain in series, like two 40 volt panels, that's only 80 volts. This can handle two panels being in series of the big panels and getting what you need. So I like that. Well, boys and girls, in conclusion, I have to say, the 30 ampere is a big hit. I love it. I can't wait to get my chuck wagon all built. And yeah, the dog, yeah, you can't see it. The dog wants me to go play with her and play tug of war. So, you know how it goes. If the dog says you gotta go, you gotta go. I appreciate you watching this. Like and subscribe. And look for more videos. Heck, I did a video on this sucker right here. LED replacements for the old halogens. I just did that video. So go check that out. Again, I want to thank everybody for joining me. And we'll see you on the next review. Give me that. Give me that. All right. It's time to play with the dog. Yeah. And again, if you don't like puppy dogs, you probably don't want to be joined to my channel. But if you like puppy dogs, like and subscribe.